Hi, welcome to the third week of the WTF Tarot Forecast. So, for those who are new to my channel, I developed a spread where it tells you the main what the fuck energy for the week, what is the hidden energy behind it, what is the purpose, or what is it trying to teach you, and then how you can turn that what the fuck energy into a blessing. Okay, so I'm going to be using 3 decks today. So this will be the Sagittarius of the Heart, and then one special card pull from the Spirit Messages. Now, alright, so for those who don't know me, my name is Eliza Rose, also known as Palladian Star Healer. You can follow me on Facebook or my Instagram. I will leave that information in the description box. Okay, so let's see here. I hope everyone had a good week. Okay, so let's see. Okay. And now I'm gonna pull that one last. Okay, so it seems like this week's what the fuck energy is self-questioning. You may find yourself questioning yourself a lot. Okay, this is the Destiny card, so basically questioning your purpose. Some of you may find yourself in sort of like a midlife crisis kind of thing, and like really questioning your whole life, you know, what you've been through, where you at, where you're supposed to go, if what you're doing is fulfilling. This could be for career, or just life purpose in general, or even like relationship wise, like is this, you know, relationship meant to be, like do we need work, or is it better to just, you know, quit it and just find my own way? Okay, and with that we have reach out. Okay, so this, you may feel isolated. Okay, so you may feel really alone. I find that people who, when we question ourselves, we do tend to feel alone and by ourselves, and like we're on this journey alone. Well, we are. You know, it's our own personal journey. So this, you may start feeling like isolated, or you might want to feel like you want to be isolated and more introverted. But they hear, you know, levels, right? And has the light behind her, you know, so they may want you to just like reach out, maybe find some help in regards to your purpose or relationship. You may perhaps like counseling, you know, things like that. So this is more like a supportive card. Okay, so like what's the hidden energy behind your destiny and feeling isolated, feeling more like you're so alone, and you know, like just chaos, you know, because I do feel like this just chaotic energy all around, you know. So now we have patience and planning, and we have daydreams and decisions. So they're both very, like, they're thinking cards. Together, daydreaming, you know, is more envisioning, imagining, where do you see yourself, you know, and don't just daydream about it, you know, but take action, you know, decide, you know, plan. Where do you want to go? You know, you see how the light is shining through, and she's like between like 2 veils, like pillars, you see? You know, where do you want to go? Like sit with yourself and really think, like if there's things that you want, that you have in mind, you're like, oh, I would like to do that. Like what is really stopping you? You know, what are you really afraid of? I don't know if you see in my Instagram, I've talked about fear. You know, what are we really afraid of? It's because, you know, people have criticized us instead of support us, or punished us for very trivial mistakes, you know, mistakes that, you know, really weren't that of a big deal. You know, we need to go to the really foundation of what makes us so afraid to take that first step and really sort of like catapult, you know, our dreams and what we really want to do with ourselves, with our lives, you know. And again, like we have, what is this energy trying to teach you, okay? And it's trying to teach you to take the lead, to have authority over your life. You know, there are going to be people, and maybe even family, you know, loved ones, people you love dearly, that don't support you. But it's, at the end of the day, it's your life, and you cannot lead your life based on other people, you know? So this energy here, this destiny energy, and the decision making is trying to teach you to learn how to take authority, you know, to take control over your life. And it's also trying to teach you to know when to quit, you know, because in this life, you know, in society especially, we look down on people who quit. But contrary to popular belief, you know, quitting isn't always a bad thing, you know, because it is good to quit things that are no good for you. Quit things that drain you, that are toxic for you, if that's relationship wise, you know. Quit a career or job that they're abusing you instead of valuing you as a valid, you know, valuable team member, you know. So they're trying to teach you that it's okay to rest and to reconsider, okay, and to take the lead, to take power over your own life, because no one can do that for you. Like they say that expression, you know, if you go looking into the pockets of other people, you're always going to come out empty, because no one can save you, no one can do anything for you, only you are the leader of your life. No one can do anything for you. Maybe they can contribute, you know, they can be an addition, you know, like relationship wise, people should only be in addition to your happiness, in addition to your goals and dreams, you know, but they can't do everything for you, you know. So this energy is trying to teach you to take control, to be in power, you know, and don't be afraid to reconsider, you know, because a lot of people, when they reconsider stuff, they go, oh, but I already have done this, I have spent so much time in this, and they really dread having to do things all over again, or fear having to start from the beginning, you know. But sometimes it's that if you don't act, you don't know, and sometimes if you don't take the risk, you'll never know, you know. I'm going to give you a great example. When it came to school, and I was trying to continue, I was afraid to having to start from zero again, you know. And I was just like, it had been such a long time for me going back to school, and I dreaded that. I was like, why? But I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna, like, fuck it, I'm just gonna go and try, and if I have to start over, then fine, you know, and if I don't, great. And then it turned out that all the credits I had were actually able to transfer, and instead of starting from my associates, I went right into my bachelor's, you know, and I was able to continue on where I left off. And it didn't take me that long to graduate my bachelor's. Actually, I only took maybe a year and a half. So that's what I'm trying to say, you know. It's our fear, our self-doubt, a fear of starting again, starting from scratch, that we just give up on ourselves. And as I always say to my kids, the worst thing you can ever do in this world, no matter, regardless of whatever mistakes you commit in this world, the worst mistake you commit, the worst disservice you can do, is to give up on yourself. Don't ever give up on yourself, okay? So take lead, okay? Then how you can turn that energy into a blessing. So you have foundations and achievements, and you have new vitality, right? So it's basically like planting the seeds, you know. It is the hard work. Everything takes work. There's nothing on this world that doesn't take work. Even being in peace takes work. You know, changing your mindset from, you know, always being negative to a positive, you know, these things take work, you know. So you can change that by planting it, you know, and looking at things in a fresh way. You know, you have all the rainbow colors, the music, you know, the beauty, you know. Try to shift to see the bigger picture of things, you know, that sometimes things are not as bad as what we make them out to be, but it's our fear that prevents us from doing those things, you know, because we are afraid to start over. But as you see, like this card here, you too one day will look at all the things that you've accomplished, you know, and you will see brighter days, because you see like the rainbow, you know. But you need to start planting the seeds and really reconsidering where you need to go, okay? And don't just dream about it, okay? Make decisions. It's time to make decisions. Because look, we also have another decision card, okay? Like, it is time to not just think about it, but to actually put it into power, into motion, into action, you know, because you have the authority card. And you will probably meet adversary. It happens because, see, I feel like the universe tests you. Like, how bad do you want that thing? How bad do you really want to get there? You know, so it's gonna put challenges and obstacles, and but they want to see, like, how bad do you really want that? Or you're just so easy to quit, you know, and just be like, oh, but this, but that, you know, makes so much. That same energy that you put into doubt and you put into questioning, should you not, that energy should be shifted into the action, doing. So now I'm gonna pull from the Spirit Messages card and see what message comes with that. Let's see if it matches, right? It's aligned with the energies. And then we have, oh, see? It has study. Okay. So basically you have to study, you know, think about where planning, you know, because it goes with planning too, because you have to study the plan, you know, where are you going, what do you want to do. Also have patience with yourself, you know, because I feel like we all get very frustrated with ourselves, you know, especially when it comes to questioning our purpose. You know, have immense amount of patience for yourself. Okay. And study, you know, because studying leads to transformation, you know, and it helps you level up, you know. And I'm going to read you what the card says. It says, Spirit has its own special way of letting you know that it's time to study again. From time to time, it's important to go back and learn, whether that's learning old things in a new way or learning something totally new. This is an opportunity to expand your mind. You know, so, you know, we have that in matching with the rest and consider. You know, you might have to consider, how can I go into a new path, you know, knowing when to quit. Because sometimes quitting isn't a bad thing, as society always looks down on people who quit, you know. We have this, you know, to reshift that mind, you know, doing, you know, new things. You know, we have old behavior patterns, you know, we are creatures of habit. So it's basically saying, you know, shift that energy and really go in a different direction and not to be afraid of it, you know. Again, take control, be an authority. You know, you see how his stature is. It's like, I am in control, I am authoritative, demanding. Demand from yourself where you want to go and how far you want to get to. You know, don't just be in la la land. You know, you have to get with it. You know, try, push through everything. You know, you're at the end, when you do this shift, beauty, you're gonna be staring back and be like, damn, you know, I did it. You know, I freaking did it. You know. So, and also for people who are already in that transformative path, like they already know what they're gonna do and how they're gonna go about it, and they're like in that journey, you know, like this, your destiny is awaiting you. So do not be afraid to reach out. You know, sometimes we feel like we need to go at it alone and like, oh, I can do everything by myself. But really, life is supposed to be about community. And I know that's hard to find nowadays, you know, because people, it's really hard for people to be happy for one another, you know. And then with politics and all this stuff, like, it just gets all cray-cray. You know, it just gets crazy. So you don't have to go things out alone. Don't be afraid to reach out, okay? You may need to reach out for help if this relationship-wise, even job-wise. Start looking for other places that will appreciate you, that will. And even if you feel like you are not qualified, apply for it. Because most of the people who are doing the jobs that you dream, like, they probably not even qualified for it too, but they had the guts, you know, they went, I'm going to do it, and screw it. If I get it, I get it. If I don't, whatever. You know, just try it. Even if you feel you're not qualified, do it anyway. It's not going to hurt signing up for an application, you know. So if you're in that transformative and you already know, you know, the path you're taking, you know, just keep having patience, keep, you know, planning as you complete little goals and making decisions and holding that daydream, you know, that dream, envisioning yourself making it, you know, because that's what's going to give you this, you know, it's going to give you that fresh feeling, you know, just envisioning, you know, it ignites that passion, you know, gives you like that sense of life force, you know, and to keep taking. You might come against people who are authoritative or people who are going to want to push you off your path. and you can't let that happen, you know. But also take time to rest, okay? Because sometimes, you know, we get so passionate about our life path that we can push ourselves to being burnt out, okay? And you do find that at the end, like, you're gonna have good things are gonna come from all this hard work that you're doing, you know. And just be sure to study, you know, each path, you know. I'm not saying be extra cautious, because sometimes being too cautious can actually prevent you from taking the next step, or staying too long, like becoming stagnant because you're too focused on just one thing. So it's good to study, but don't be too hyper like cautious about things, you know. And just study your next step, what you're gonna do, how you can make things work for you. Okay, so that is this week's What the Fuck forecast. I hope it resonated, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Again, my name is Eliza Rose, and as also known as Playing Star Healer, and I will see you guys next week. So be sure to like, subscribe, and share. I really would appreciate the sharing, you know, help give me some support, and I will see you guys next week. Thank you so much.